because I'm actually from the project, so I don't really mind it. It's not bad people; it's good people. You
Well,
know.
that's then you have a unique like perspective on it. So how you feel living in like a luxury apartment when the projects are so close? That's where you grew. That's where
Well,
you're
you
from.
can't disgrace where you from. You know what I'm saying? So it's like where you from and what's around you. It's like life what you make it. You know what I mean? So it's like if you give out good energy, you'll get good energy.
How have you seen the neighborhood change over the years?
Yeah, it's changing. Not too much trouble, robbing, shootings.
Do you think that's because of the positive effects or more? Because you have different groups of people moving into Williamsburg, especially
hmm
Bushwick.
Yeah, it's definitely the people. And it's like if you have drug dealers and gangbangers and shit around, that's what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? But can't tell people what to do. It's life.
So you think it's a positive influence on the neighborhood having more affluent people move in?
Mm, not really, because it doesn't change anything. You know what I mean? Like things are still gonna happen. It's life.
Have
Yeah, I
kids?
have I have a son and I have a baby on the way.
Do they live with you here?
Yeah.
Okay. How you feel about them growing up in this neighborhood and in this
How I feel
building?
about them growing up in it. Well, I know when they come home, they're living in a good environment. So anything more cautious is just coming outside with them.
Again.
How you doing? My name is Shifty. I'm a local rapper from Williamsburg. How's everybody doing?
And how have your living conditions been here?
I mean, it's regular old. Look where we at. It's project, so I mean,
Yeah.
average. Little rats here and there, a lot of roaches for me,
Hmm.
but other than that, yeah, it's alright. The ceiling not falling on it. It's not like bad, but it's not great as it could be.
And with the winter coming up, is there any like problems with heat or hot water that occur
Sometimes, but hot
sometimes?
water and heat, yeah.
So especially in the winter or just all year
Not
round?
especially in winter.
All right.
I mean, the buildings are nice, but the prices aren't.
Mm-hmm.
Because how you go buy somebody else's land and kick them out of it?
Right.
And tell it to people that's definitely not the people that was there before or like the same class. Them apartments over there, they close bad.
So you feel like you've seen different types of people around since those luxury
Mhm.
apartments came in? Yeah.
Mhm.
Like more affluent, like more,
More
people with
cookie.
money.
Yeah, more. Yeah, like richer people,
Yeah.
nicer cars driving around here.
How you feel about like children growing up in the projects here?
I mean, if you're okay, it all depends on what kind of background you come from. Because if if your mother and father they're both in the house, they have a steady relationship themselves, they're not going to they're not going to allow you to be outside. You'll be in the house on top of your school stuff, unless you're like a rebellious kid. Now, but sometimes you got kids that got one month, like only got a mother, or only got a father, or live with their older siblings. So that's why you see kids my age or younger, even younger than me, outside late night doing. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But yeah, youth though, I feel like it all depends on where they come, like their background themselves, because yeah, the neighborhood might change. Like yeah, a new kid can move in. We try to be friends with him, but if his parents don't tell him from ahead, oh, that's not the crowd you should be with, then don't be with the crowd.
Right. But growing up young, you felt safe or not really around
Yeah.
here?
It can go anywhere. I know people who pay less than 200, and I know people who paid over 1,000. A company called Wavecrest bought it as part Nitra, part Wavecrest. So what they're doing is they're taking over repairs, the new
So that's what I
development.
see over
Right. That's
on
why
the
they're
platform.
redoing it.
There's
Right.
all new windows.
Right. So it's basically going to be the same apartments. They're just
Wow.
going to have new things like new radiators, new windows, new whatever. Yeah, new paint job. Everything that should have been done that is getting done now. Well, I wish that it could be more affordable housing. For people. I was blessed. I was called to live in NYCHA, and the rent goes according to your income. But these luxury apartments, a lot of people can't live there. When I see my neighbors, they're lawyers, they're doctors, they're high level professionals, and people like me, I'm a teacher. I can't live there. I would have to remain here. for as long as I can. So I just wish that when they're building new places to live, that they include the poor folk. I think it has both. I think that when you depending on, I guess, money talks. So it depends on not so much the the race, but the money that comes. And I think that when they build more co-ops, more rich people come. And it kind of knocks us out the box. And then eventually, like, I've lived in this neighborhood 20 years. Eventually, I might not be able to live here because they might hike up the rents to accommodate the neighbors who have invested, in terms of property and things like that. We don't This development don't have that kind of investment. So it's that kind of part, you know, money, because if you have doctors and lawyers living across the street, eventually, you know, it somebody might come over here and say, let me buy it from them like they did with Nitra. It's better. It's better. It is better.
Um, my last question.
Mhm.
You have children?
Yes, I have two.
Okay.
Hmm.
How do you feel about your children growing up in the neighborhood and also like specifically?
To me, it was a pretty good neighborhood. I didn't have a problem. I never had a problem. You know, yeah, it was good. The neighbors is nice. It's good. Never have the issues. Nobody out here arguing and fighting all the time. You can sit back here comfortably and you don't have to worry about too much.
I don't really. It doesn't really bother me. I don't care personally, but I think it's kind of good too, because then it becomes more diverse. You know what I mean? Because before it just was us,
Yeah,
blacks and Puerto Ricans.
yeah,
So now you got Chinese people, Caucasians, and more. It's more like diverse. Back in the '80s, it was really different, but
in what
now,
way?
yeah.
Like different in what way?
In which way? It was more drug infested, and different crimes was coming up. Because you got to remember the '80s, which you probably wasn't here, right? But that was a crack epidemic. So now that it's getting better and they cleaning it up, I think it's good. The prices that they doing, I don't think is fair to low income people,
Right.
because they raising prices at different stores, and a lot of people can't afford that.
You think like the grocery stores have been raising
Yeah,
prices?
because there's other people that can afford it. So now the people that live in these little fancy buildings, they probably can afford it. But as far as like the other people, they can't. So they raising prices. So now we gotta go a little further down to catch a sale, because we can't go to our neighborhood stores no more. So that's the only bad thing, I think. Everybody knows everybody for years, on top of generations and generations. The kids, everybody looks out for each other's kids. If something happened, we all showing up. If somebody get married, we all showing up. If somebody get killed, we all showing up. We supportive out here. This is not a project. It looks like it, but it's a community, because we got the love for each other. So grandmothers and they kids and they kids and they kids. So growing up out here, I don't think it's bad. Not at all. Not in Williamsburg. Now, once they leave from here, I think that's when you worry.
Absolutely,
You
yeah.
think it's a positive or negative thing?
Positive thing. Yeah.
Positive thing?
Hmm.
Any reasons why?
Well, before this used to be, I would say primarily it was a Hispanic neighborhood, and now I see a lot of African Americans. I see a lot of Caucasian people here. I see a lot of restaurants that are on the outside. Anybody who lives in Brooklyn or lives in like through these areas, that an outside restaurant is not really seen. For the certain purposes of you might get robbed or things might happen. And now it's like if you just walk down like about 2 blocks from here in Graham, there's like a lot of restaurants where people sitting outside and they're having a good time. That's something I never saw in my childhood. So I grew up in this area.
Okay.
So I'm 41 years old. I've been here all my life. So I know this whole area. So it was never like that. Like, as soon as the street light comes on, you take your ass home. So now it's not like that. It's more calm. It's more, people are more courteous to one another. So right here, there's a junior high school who's actually now a high school. So my son goes there now. I used to go there for junior high, and he's there for high school. So,
And you feel good
so
about
yeah,
it.
I feel good. But otherwise, I wouldn't put him in that school. Yeah.
I mean, we project babies. You feel me? So I love everything down to it don't even matter. Like cold water when the water not getting hot. Feel me? I love everything about my project. It's just like they could do a lot better. They could do a lot better. Like how should I say it? We deserve more attention. You know what I'm saying? We deserve more attention because I ain't gonna front. Like it's some people that treat us like animals. Some people treat us like we mean something. You feel me? So it's like it's just the hood. You feel me? We hood babies. You feel me? So
So you don't like how it's not like it was
I
before?
mean, it's like this. It's just like this. Like say if you like grow up and it's like a fashion style, right? And then you grow up learning that fashion style. Then you get older, some new shit. Feel me? Like some new stuff going on. You're gonna look at it as being whack because you used to like the
same
old school
shit
shit. You
and
feel
shit
me? Like
like
I'm used
that.
to the
You feel
old
me?
school shit. I'm used to like the basketball courts. Not when basketball court wasn't nice growing up. You feel me? It was gunshots and yeah, the hoops was leaning like this. Like you had to shoot a certain way just so your shot could go in. We used to have tournaments where the backboards was falling to pieces. You feel me? So like, yeah, we really used to go through it, but it's just that we adapted to it. You feel me? It's our culture, it's our community, it's our hood. We love it here. So it's like when they come in and try to put the cameras up and this and that and all this extra stuff, I don't really like it. I don't really like it. It's like we don't bother nobody, that don't bother us. That's all. We show love to who show love to us, but you treat us like we regular. Just don't come over here. Like we gonna treat you like you even regular, like you basic actually.
You know, that's crazy. Before that shit, they used to be like
Used to be,
a
some-
thrift shop slash 99
used to be
cents.
called Liberty.
Like yeah, some shit local Liberty, like man, like closing this shit. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was built like around like what 2016, 2014 when
I
they
ain't
took
gonna
that
lie.
shit.
I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
you
lie.
feel me?
That
Like that
building,
shit was there.
Liberty with the spot. Like
That's a
if
fact.
you had to like get a quick jeans for an interview or
Gangsta,
quick
like,
jeans for like school or something. Like Liberty was the spot. Like that shit was like how should I say it? That was the shopping center. You feel me? Like you want a new bed, rug, this and that. Like that was the center right there. So when they broke that down or closed that down, whatever you want to call it, it broke all of our hearts. I ain't gonna lie, it broke all of our hearts because where we gonna go now? Feel me? Like Liberty was the spot. That was the
they used
spot.
to be playing around and shit, and that
Yeah,
shit
like,
running the ring. Like yo, bro, what? That
yeah,
shit
like
crazy.
Liberty was it. Like so, just look up Liberty. To be
You
honest,
see
these
how
projects,
McDonald's is there? That shit was never like that.
I ain't gonna front. These projects
Gangsta.
got so much history. This the first projects built in Brooklyn. You feel me? This the first project built in. I know about my hood. I got a tattoo on my body. Like this the first project built in Brooklyn. You feel me? It's many basketball players that come from these projects. It's rappers, famous people that come from these projects. People just don't know because we low key. You feel me? But these projects hold weight and they hold history. Like it was bad back then. It was bad. So being that they building all these new buildings, I feel like these new buildings gonna get much more attention. We only gonna get attention like say if it's shots or if something happened or whatever the case may be. Because believe it or not, when shots ring off over here, I'm gonna say over here. I'm not gonna say over there. This is like the street is the barrier. When shots,
So
yeah,
you would say that this is like the very
yeah, this is the barrier. You in the projects. You feel me?
and then
You
over here.
it's rich section, rich people, stuff like that. They people too. I don't judge. You feel me? They people too. I don't say this, don't say that. But it's like once you cross the street, okay, you in my territory, you in my hood, you in my territory, you in my lane. You feel me? Now you in the ghetto. This over there's the suburbs. You feel me? So it's like once something happen over here, it's just they gonna make sure they okay first. They whatever body drop or whatever over here, whatever, God forbid, they gonna be like fuck that, but they gonna pay attention to make sure they okay first on that side. They gonna worry about the suburb before they worry about the hood, the project. You feel me? Excuse me. They could bring new people in. You feel me? We not bad people. It's not a bad project. It's not a bad project. It's just if you come over here with love, we're gonna show you love. Say if this store just opened right here, this store. We call this 2-4. You can look it up online. 2-4. A lot of stuff happened in the store, outside the store, whatever. So boom. Say if they just opened the store. We the type to walk in the store, look around, welcome to the neighborhood. You feel me? So if we walk in, they be like, oh no, get out. Gang members, get out. Now it's like we not gonna want to spend no money with your store. Like of course we gonna cost some money because we need stuff here, but it's like come on, like you're not showing us no love. Cause say if people from the outside come over there and try to bully them, It's our job to come in here and make sure they safe because they're part of the project. You feel me? They part of the project. But it's like when it comes to like new buildings, new houses, and all that, it's like they their own thing. You feel me? Like restaurants, stores, and shit like that. You
Like,
gonna eat your
you,
food.
like,
You gonna eat your
a
food.
regular person that walk through here, they probably think that, damn, this shit looks like niggas really out here doing shit. Like, especially when you see niggas in the corner and shit. Like, if you look at this shit look like it's really.
Like it's really like yeah.
Like niggas really inside this shit, we and shit, feel me? But it's not like that. Feel me?
It's not bad. Like it's not bad. It's not bad at all. We human beings too. You feel me? But you look out for us, we'll look out for you. You respect us, we gonna go to the end of the world for you. If you show us love, we gonna show you love 10 times more. You feel me? That's just what it is. Like we project babies. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Or
And just last question: how did you feel growing up here? How would you feel raising your own kids here?
I ain't gonna lie.
that's the hardest. I'm not gonna say that's hard. That's easy. That's easy. I got a daughter. She's 5. Feel me? I'm a known like growing up here. You see shit, you don't say shit. When you see something, you don't say nothing. Even if you seen it years ago, don't ever bring it up. Feel me? Because it could get you in a lot of trouble. Get you a lot of shit. So it's like you be in these projects, you know who you know. Mind your business. Mind your business. Because either it could be this project right here beefing with the other projects over there. You feel me? So growing up back in the day was tough. You could not walk through here without getting touched if you was not known.
So as a kid, you say you didn't really feel safe, you felt scared.
I felt safe because everybody know me out here. Like say if you got a friend, right? Say if you got a friend, they ain't never been here, and they try to walk from that block, like, all right, so boom. We call it block 1 through block 4. This is block 4, but in all reality, this is really block 1. Block 1, block 2, block 3, other one block 4. Because it was built from this way down. Feel me? All right, so boom. But we call that the 4. We call all the way down there the 1 when it comes up. So like, it was safe if you known. Feel me? If you're not known, if you can't name nobody and they don't vouch for you, like, yeah, I know that person, you're getting your ass whooped right back out of here. Feel me? So it ain't. It's just love over here. It's just love over here. It wasn't really a bad place. It's just people wouldn't like us. Feel me? They just wouldn't like us, and it's like it wasn't safe. It wasn't safe, but it's our community, so we're gonna make our community safe ourselves. Cops wasn't doing it. We're gonna make it safe for ourselves. And even if that comes to, we ain't gonna take it there. Come to whatever it comes to, we're gonna make it safe for ourselves and our family, our kids and shit. But my child, she's not growing up in New York. No.
How long have you been in business here?
15 years.
10 years. Have you seen rent in groups like the demographic of people like here?
Oh yeah, it's different, diverse. Yeah, more diverse. Of course, they got more money.
And
pay like $4,000 rent.
And that has that been like a positive thing for your business?
Yeah, anytime they got rent, people paying rent like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you think that the people that do like live here, they are supporting local businesses?
Of course. Yes.
They changed a lot. Yes, they changed, but they changed to much better. Yeah, the people is more educated. The people is more. They know how to eat on the restaurants. I don't get a lot of problems with them. Yeah.
So it's been a good thing, like
it's
having.
It's been a good thing. Yeah. The people they come in is more education, and then the people they have more money. Yeah.
So that's good. There hasn't been anything negative for you.
No.
If something happened, we all showing up. If somebody get married, we all showing up. If somebody get killed, we all showing up. We supportive out here. This is not a project. It looks like it, but it's a community because we got the love for each other.